दीपे शरणो शरणो गजमुखने सिद्धिदायकने वंदिपे शरणो श्री जगवंदितनाद देवदेवने शरणो श्री जगवंदितनाद देवदेवने शरणो सुजनरिगे विघ्नवनु परिहरिपे शरणो गजमुखने सिद्धिदायकने वंदिपे शरणो शरणो सिद्धिदायकनिन्न ಹೊತ್ತಿ ಮೆರೆವೆನೋ ನಾನು ಅಬ್ದಿಶಯನನ ಮಹಿಮೆ ಶಬ್ದದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಳ್ವೆ ಸಿದ್ಧಿದಾಯಕ ನಿನ್ನ ಹೊತ್ತಿ ಮೆರೆವೆನೋ ನಾನು ಅಬ್ದಿಶಯನನ ಮಹಿಮೆ ಶುದ್ಧ ಮತಿಯನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಶುದ್ಧ ಮತಿಯನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಉದ್ಧರಿಸಬೇಕೆನ್ನ ಶುದ್ಧ ಮತಿಯನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಉದ್ಧರಿಸಬೇಕೆನ್ನ ಮಧ್ವವಲ್ಲಭ ವೇಣು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಗತಿ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಗಜಮುಖನೆ ಸಿದ್ಧಿದಾಯಕನೆ ವಂದಿಪೆ ಶರಣು ಶರಣು ತ್ರಿಜಗವಂದಿತನಾದ ದೇವದೇವನೆ ಶರಣು ತ್ರಿವಿಘ್ನವನು ಪರಿಹರಿಪೆ ಶರಣು ಗಜಮುಖನೆ ಸಿದ್ಧಿದಾಯಕನೆ ವಂದಿಪೆ ಶರಣು ಶರಣು ನಮಸ್ತೆ.
And Governing Council member since 2017 till 2019. With this, I would also like to now invite our President, Shri Bala Sir, to come and address us all.
To see a very full house. So at the outset, let me extend very grateful thanks for taking the time out and attending this AGM today. It is my great pleasure and privilege to extend a very warm welcome to each one of you to the 5th AGM of Bangalore Apartments Federation. Completing 5 years of working for the betterment of apartment residents and the year gone by in particular, which has witnessed notable achievements, is indeed a matter of pride for all of us. Thank you. At last year's AGM, our membership was close to 250. The membership this year has recorded a very impressive growth of 66%. By any standards, it's a very laudable indeed. Credit is due to the BAF administrative staff comprising of Rama, KCV, Arun, for their unstinted efforts and persistence in enrolling new members. Of course, with the continued good work of BAF, BAF has grown in stature and credibility. The powers that be in the state administration and the civic agencies have recognized that BAF is an important stakeholder and a critical stakeholder in the community. In any endeavor to achieve performance and growth, you need a vision and passion. BAF has a very clear vision to work towards contributing to sustainable living in Bangalore. The passion and missionary zeal is brought in abundance by Srikanth and ably supported by the GC members. Clearly, Srikanth is a man with a mission, also a man in a hurry to get things done and work untiringly for the cause. Whether he is in a flight to Mumbai or in a train to Chennai, he shoots off missiles to fellow GC members. Equally creditable has been the role of GC members. It is a very cohesive group. All of them bring loads of enthusiasm, a sense of purpose and commitment to their tasks. The motto is no excuses, only results. The GC has 11 members, 2 single digits, but it functions like a single big one, and that is the hallmark of this GC. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas holds equally true for BAF. BAF serves to bring all the apartments associations on a single platform, and together, that is Sabka Saath, leverage our numbers to bring Vikas in terms of successful resolutions of problematic issues faced by apartment residents. We have to accept that working and dealing with civic agencies to resolve issues is somewhat akin to a marathon running. Slow, steady, persistent, and time-consuming. Sometimes it feels, though you're running, you are still in the same place. Tenacity and more tenacity is called for. We have to soldier on, not get discouraged or dispirited. Any time you open a newspaper or even watch TV, what hits you is that water is critical for survival. The problem of water is in several dimensions. In fact, today I was recently looking at something and was surprised to see that the per capita water availability is only 18% compared to 1947. To raise awareness, communicate urgency, and promote action, BAF came up with the half bucket challenge. It generated a lot of attention, garnered extensive media coverage, and also good many apartment associations signed the petition. The point to note here is that motivation is what gets you started. Yeah, you saw the challenge and you felt, I'm motivated, let me take the challenge. But habit is what keeps you going. Earnest appeal to one and all, make the half bucket challenge a habit. A very profound quote from the famous English poet of the 20th century, B.H. Howden. Thousands have lived without love, no one without water. Every one of us today has the ability to do what it takes to make things better. Besides taking up cudgels with the powers that be, BAF members can focus on several sustainable initiatives. The GC and the CC members have their role cut out. Their tasks are clear. But to the members at large, there are several things that can be done. I will just quickly quote a few campaigns which have been largely successful in civic agencies. All of us can address food wastage, and there is a very lovely campaign which is going on called Fill Bellies, Not Bins, not waste bins. No. I think there is something which, as members, as our apartment people, we can certainly promote and actively work for. Of course, all of us know the scourge of plastic. Again, the campaign is running called Bags in, Plastics Out. I think BAF very, very strongly subscribes to this Plastics Out, and I'm sure at the members level, lot many initiatives can take place. All of us know about climate and earth warming and all that, but to a large extent it's because of the lost green cover. So there is a lot we can do to augment green cover. Some time back I read about retired defense services people. They formed a social service called Elder Buddies. They volunteer to help elderly people in several different ways. Okay, I'm sure a lot of us can also do similar. We don't have to wait to retire to do that kind of service to society. You know. Several of our members have also taken initiative to develop the neighborhood and surroundings. It is a continuous process. We can keep on going. Of course, with all kind of pesticides in food and all that, there is a lot of encouragement for whether balcony farming or terrace farming. Those are something which as members we can do. And of course, in fact, many of us can become what we call as waste engineers, do recycling or upcycling of waste matter. Just a list of few things which we don't have to only think in terms of fighting the government or taking up issues with the government, but several things we can do as responsible civic people. BAF is also a platform for encouraging collaboration among apartment residents. And this is what I was trying to say. These issues, several members can collaborate. A lot of people have done good work, and this sharing of knowledge, I think, is one of the big pluses and positives of our association. I'd like to share a quote by another Englishman called Sidney Smith, who is a very famous preacher and a humorist. He says, "It is the greatest of all mistakes to do nothing, because you can do only little." And this is the stumbling block. This is what holds many people back, thinking that my little contribution, how is it going to impact? But I think what is important to realize is little adds up, and of course it is for our own satisfaction, and plus it works as a model for others to follow. To conclude, the future of Bangalore is high-rise apartments. The future of high-rise apartments is Bangalore Apartments Federation. Thank you.